Mariupol has not yet fallen, technically. Ukrainian troops who had until recently defended the now occupied streets are held up in the city's vast Azovstal steelworks, despite an ultimatum by President Putin's forces to surrender no later than yesterday. Russian troops know that Ukrainians are waiting inside, ready to welcome them with guerrilla tactics in their last stand for the strategic port city. As the rockets continue to fall across the country, a parallel information war rages. This unverified picture of the Russian Black Sea flagship, the Moskva, which sank on Thursday, was posted online. Ukraine claimed they struck it with 2 Neptune missiles. Russia insisted it had nothing to do with their enemy and that a fire caused an explosion that would eventually cause it to capsize while being towed to port. Meanwhile, shelling continues across the country, with President Putin's forces intensifying activities in the east. In Kharkiv, Ukrainian health officials say 5 people were killed and 13 injured after Russian forces shelled buildings in the centre of the city.
You know, when a dog hears a bang, it starts to tremble all over, even if the noise is far away. I'm like that now. Everything, every part of me is trembling.
Authorities in Mykolaiv say shelling has been unyielding. Rockets fell one after the other as Ukrainian forces tried to block Russia's attempts to advance on nearby Odessa.
We are doing everything to ensure defence. We are in constant contact with partners. We are grateful to those who really help with everything they can. But those who have the weapons and ammunition we need and delay their provision must know that the fate of this battle also depends on them, the fate of the people who can be saved.
The country's leadership is bracing itself for more attacks today, but talks have already started on what happens when the shelling stops. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has spoken to the head of the International Monetary Fund. It's expected the country will ask the IMF and G7 countries for $50 billion to help it rebuild. But the reality is, no reconstruction work is possible until the